Hi there. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Tina Carini. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Byron, Georgia. So welcome to Lunchtime Stamping at Noon with Tina. Hold on 1 minute. Let me get some things up here and going and give everybody time to join us. So I have a little bit of, I know I'm a little early. I'm 1 minute early. Um, so I got something to tell on two of my grandkids, the two youngest ones, Elena and Ariella. They have decided that they are now breaking out of their cribs. So Elena is 2 years old, and yesterday her mama sent me a video of her climbing out of her crib. So she has mastered how to do it. They managed to get the crib mattress part lowered down to the very last notch. And apparently this morning she was able to still get out. Ariella managed to get one of her bars loose and crawled out that way. So Nikki has her hands full, and I'm looking forward to talking to her and finding out what all is going on, because I can't talk to her yet because I'm doing my Facebook Live. So anyway, hey Carol, glad you're here. Thanks for joining. So today is going to be a fun day. We're going to be using a card sketch to design cards. And I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with card sketches, but it is one of the ways that I find inspiration from. You do not have to follow the exact sketch. It's just an idea so that it gives you inspiration, gets those creative juices flowing so that you can just play with it, and voila, you got a beautiful card. So hey Chris, glad you're here. So say hi to everybody. Yay. Okay, so then the next thing you guys know is that my oldest daughter is pregnant with her first child, and she just had her ultrasound, and everything is looking good and going good. And so we're still very excited about that. She's due the end of July. And yes, I said we're having a girl, or they're having a girl, not we. Because you know how grandmas are, they say we. So anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and do some housekeeping first. Let me go over to which one? This one. Okay, there we go. So housekeeping. So a reminder that celebration is still going on, but you guys, you have less than a week left with it. So I hope that you don't let these next few days go by without reaping the benefits from it, because there's some pretty awesome things that you can get for free in the celebration brochure. So let me just show you this. Well, shoot, there's such a glare. There we go. It's still kind of blurry, or whited out. So that's the celebration brochure. There's some cool things in there that you can get for free with just a $50 purchase or more before tax and shipping. Also, don't forget that if you have, it's a little late now to host a party, but if you purchase $300 or more, you will not only get your Stampin' Rewards, I think it's 12% for $300, you will also get the Calming Camellia stamp set. That's an amazing stamp set. You'll get that for free too. Don't forget, there's the joining special for $99. You get to choose $125 worth of product of your choice from any current product. And then on top of that, you get to choose 2 free stamp sets of your choice from any current product as well. Plus, shipping is free. So that is a huge savings. And let me remind you, you do not have to sell. You don't have to do what I do. You don't have to hold classes. You don't have to do Facebook Lives. You don't have to do any of that. You can be a discount shopper or hobbyist, and we welcome all. So we would love to have you on our team. So if you're thinking about it, or maybe you're going to place that $300 order, you might as well just go ahead and sign up. So here we go. What else? Don't forget my class was rescheduled from last Thursday to tomorrow. So tomorrow is our class, and it is at 6:30. Let's see what else. New release, Oceans of Waves, will be available March 2nd for you. And new kit, which I've told you guys about, the Celebrate Today magnet board. Don't forget to sign up for my newsletters so you don't miss anything, and you get reminders of my classes. If anything happens, like last week, you'll get an email about it. All the specials, everything's Stampin' Up, everything's Sponge and Stamp, and plus you get a free card tutorial every month that is exclusively only to my email friends. So you want to sign up for that. I will have all the links as usual up in the descriptions. And if you're watching in YouTube, it'll be down below in the descriptions. Okay, so also starting March 1st is Savings Are in Bloom. So everything that is compatible with the mini cut and stamp emboss, and you can use them with your large, it's not just with the mini, they will be on sale starting March 1st. So that is a really cool deal there as well. So you want to keep that in mind because maybe there's something in there that you like and you can get it on sale starting March 1st. Let's see, don't forget our host code. So with any of your purchases that are under $150 before tax and shipping, please use the host code. If your order is $150 or more before tax and shipping, please do not use the host code. Keep it for yourself. Okay, let's see here. What else do we got? Don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter. And here is the Oceans of Waves that you will be able to get from March 2nd, which is, a week away. And don't forget my class. So I'll also have a link to register to RSVP for that. And here we go. This is the card sketch card sketch that we're going to be doing. We're going to use this one today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, Chris. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a pretty basic card sketch, and I'm going to show you different ways that you can use it, or at least 2 different ways that you can use it. I want to start using these more in Facebook Lives. I've also thought about using them in challenges over in my group page, Paper Crafting Together. So if you're not a member of my group page, Paper Crafting Together, you want to jump over there and request and I'll approve. So because that's where all my challenges will be, and I give away free prizes for those. And let's see, I think that's it. So are you guys ready to get to stamping? Because I know that I am. So let me go and do this. They changed this around a little bit on me, so now it's 2 clicks instead of 1 click, but we're good, right? Okay, so there we go. So you guys just ignore my messy desk. I'm going to keep this card sketch up here so that you guys kind of look and see what I'm doing. If you don't like it and you want the full screen, let me know and I'll just remove it. I'll try to keep a hold of my comments. Sometimes I forget to look over there when I get busy in my groove. Okay, so for the first one, we're just going to pretty much follow it the way that it is on the screen. We've got a piece of Evening Evergreen. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, or just folded in half. We are going to take our bone folder and just give that a nice crisp fold. Then we have a piece of basic white, which is 5 1/4 by 4. That is going to be our layering piece on top. But before we do that, we're going to layer some more on it. So I have 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. This is one of the celebration items. This is Friendly Hello or Hello Friends. I don't know why my mind goes blank every time I come live. I always forget the name of everything. But anyway, you get the stamp set and the paper. So you guys don't miss out on that. That ends February 28th, which is just a few days away. So these are cut to, I think they're cut to, this one's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. This one is 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. So all we're going to do is we're going to put these right down here. And that's the bottom part of our sketch. Okay, So let's go ahead and adhere those down there. We're just going to use a little bit of Tombow. I think I'm putting this the right way. We're going to line that up all the way to the edge of both sides. Probably should put my readers on so I can see. And then this one, I might have cut this one just a tiny bit bigger because it's easier to trim than it is if it's too small. But anyway, which I did. Yay. Okay. So, but it's not much too small. All right, so we're going to trim this off. No, I've got to put my glasses on because I'm seeing double lines there. All right, so we're just going to trim off where this is hanging over just a little bit right there. All right, so there we go. So there is part of our card sketch. See how easy that is? And then with just following a card sketch, thank you for the like, you guys. Oh, remember to please share the video, comment that you shared, and I'm going to start doing drawings again for the people that comment in my video in the Facebook Live. I'll send you the card that we do. Okay, so let's see here. So we have this. So I've already went ahead and die cut layering circles using our layering circle dies. So this is in the Evening Evergreen in basic white. I've already stamped it. I'm using several different stamp sets, you guys, so I hope you don't get confused. But anyway, so this one, I love the sentiment, your friendship is something I know I can count on. And that is from the Love of Leaves. Beautiful stamp set too. Perfect for any time of the year because you can just change up the colors. And it could be for fall or it could be for spring, summer, however you choose. Okay, so we're going to layer this on here. Well, I say that, but so there is your basic card sketch. Pretty cute, right? But if you sit here and you think, wow, how can I dress that up a little bit? So I thought about, well, what kind of punches do I have for leaves and stuff like that? Maybe small flowers. Colors, you want to stay in your same color groups. Well, you don't have to because there's no rules. So you guys remember that. There is no rules to anything. I didn't put measurements on these because you can make them as big or small as you want to. But I thought it would be really cool if we added some ribbon to this. So I've got my Evening Evergreen, and we're going to wrap this around and tie it into a knot or a bow. The choice is yours, however you want to do it. Or you might decide you don't want to put a ribbon on there. So, but I'm just going to wrap this around. And then I'm probably just going to tie a little knot, a faux bow knot, whatever you want to call it. Again, I don't even believe in technical names because everybody says everything different, right? Okay, so we're just going to tie this into a knot. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Let me get this banner off of here too, you guys, so that gives a little more room. Okay, so I am going to just tie this in a knot. Just like that. And there we go. So we've got our little knot. Let's give it a little trim. And just like that. Okay. And then you can straighten it out. You can make it smaller however you want to. If your ribbon gets a little loose, just stick a piece of glue dot back there, which we may do. Let me move this out of the way. Boy, let me tell you, I'm so glad that you guys can't see my whole area because it is a roaring mess. All right, so you could glue this down perfectly centered like that. But I thought, how cool would it be to layer it offside like that? I'm going to fix this bow because it's going to drive me nuts a little bit here. And I probably am going to put a glue dot down below it. So we're just going to make this a little smaller, just like so. I'm also going to twist this, move this down just a little bit. over to the right, I think. But before I glue it down, I'm going to make sure that's where I want it. Okay, so I thought it would be really cool to just offset our layering circles. So doesn't that make a difference right there? But we're still in the same sketch. We're still using the same sketch. I'm so glad you guys love it. All right, so let's see. Now, what you can do here too is, like I said, you can bring in your punches, any little flowers you might have to dress it up. You can always even stamp something in the background to kind of take away some of the white space. If you wanted to, that would be fine too. And you would still be in the sketch, in the realm of the sketch. Does that make sense? In the realm of the sketch? I don't know. But anyway, so what I did was I punched out using my sprig punch. I'm so afraid that thing's going to retire, and I love it so much. I punched out some in Evening Evergreen, but I just thought that that was like too much Evening Evergreen. So I decided to pull in the Pool Party that's in the Designer Series paper. So we've got the Pool Party. I also punched out some in vellum. You guys, vellum is really awesome to use too for layering and stuff. And then you could just intertwine it in there any way that you wanted to. You can stack it, and then that could go right behind. And we're still in our card sketch. This is just a basic card sketch, but we're just adding embellishments. We're stepping it up a notch or two. And then you could just leave that like that, or you could just add some more on the other side too. So you can just kind of get them to go over here, just like so. You can center it, you can play with it, or if you didn't like it off-centered, you could keep it the thing centered. I'm not sure which way I really like it. I kind of like it like this too. So yeah, so there you go. What do you guys think about that? I think that that is really cool. I'm going to go ahead and off-center this. So I'm going to put some glue on this side, and then I'm going to lay this right in there like so. Then we're going to pop this up on dimensionals, if I can find my dimensionals. Should be right here. They are. So we're going to get a couple of dimensionals on there, like so. And then we're just going to place that right about there. I think, well, actually, I think I want to come over. Come on. Come on. Oops. We're going to come over a little bit, just like that. Okay, so there we go. So now we're just going to glue these down. And you can glue them to, whoops, that's a little much, but we'll make it work. You can glue these down flat, or you can glue them up like that, okay? And then we're going to do the other thing, the other side with the sprig. And you just play with them and just see what you like. That's all you got to do. It's pretty cool. And then this is going to go right in here, like so. Just like so. Well, actually, I want it down here more. So there you go. What do you guys think? I think that that turned out really pretty. We're going to use a glue dot, though, to hold that ribbon better, hold it in place better. Just take one of these, take this, put that right there. And then these, we'll move those around, just like so. There we go. Then all we got to do is just adhere this to our card base, and then just do our inside piece. So, and decorate the inside piece just like you want it. There we go. So there's how you use a basic card sketch. So I hope that you guys like that, and I hope that that helps you, shows you different ways that you can really just be creative with a simple basic card sketch. Okay. So the next one we're going to do is going to be a little bit different. We're going to use still the same layout. So we have a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, or just folded in half, however you want to do it. My gold folder. There we go. And then we have our basic white layer, which is 4 by 5 1/4. Then we have, instead of designer series paper, we're using regular cardstock. So this piece right here is 2 1/4 by 2. So I decided to make it just 1/4 of an inch shorter than the other one. And it's going to go, well, maybe, yeah, it's going to go like this. There we go. Turn it the right way, like so. But before we adhere it down, we're going to, thank you for sharing, comment, and liking. Okay, we're going to stamp on this. All right, so let me bring over a piece of scrap computer paper. And how does this go on here again? Like so, and like so. All right, so I'm bringing in a stamp set from, which is it from? From Lovely You. I love these little images on here, and I love the sentiments too. We're going to use this little spriggy one here. Okay, so we've got it blocked up. We're going to do tone on tone. So we're going to do soft seafoam on soft seafoam. And we're just going to stamp, whoops, just to kind of decorate them up a little bit, just so that they, you know what? Let's see here. There we go. So that's decorated. Now I'm going to clean my stamp. I love my chamois. Look how nasty dirty it is. But you know what? It still works fantastic. Okay, you can find that on the online store too. I think it's like $7. It's bigger. This is cut in half so that I can use it for my class easier. But anyway, so Coastal Cabana on Coastal Cabana. We're going to do the same thing, tone on tone. So isn't that pretty when you use tone on tone? I really do like it a lot. And then we're just going to put one there. So pretty. Just a little extra step, and it just steps up your card just a little bit. Okay, so we are going to adhere that down here and this one right over here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll have our basic little card sketch layout. And you know, when you see a circle that you think, you know, is your focal point or whatever, you don't have to use a circle either. It's just an idea. You can use a rectangle, a square, or even a label. You can use one of the label punches or label dies and that kind of stuff. And there we go. Just like so. All right, and I'm going to check and make sure I don't have any overhang. I have a teeny tiny bit, but I think it's going to be too much trouble to try to, I'm leaving it. It's not that bad. All right, so there we go. So there is our basic card sketch minus the little circle up here. So what I'm going to do is I wanted to use a flower. Do you guys remember when I did these cards right here? It's been a little bit ago, but I did these cards and we used the ladybug punch, the wings, to make the petals. And I had an extra flower and I said, I'm going to save that and use it for a card. Well, I really wanted to use it for this, but it's a little big. So I said, well, what do I have that I can use? So I have the daisy punch, and this is going to make a beautiful little flower. So we're going to cut or punch out a blushing bride flower and a melon mambo flower. Just like so. Ooh, I'm a little weak today. And then we're going to layer these just like so. Like that. So, so pretty. Keep forgetting that thing is in the way. That card sketch is in my way. No, I'm only teasing. Okay, it is in my way, but it's all right. I just got to remember to stay more to my left. So we're just going to off-center this just a little bit, like so. And then look, we have a beautiful flower. And then we're going to, if you have the little half-inch circle punch, it has retired. That makes a perfect center. Or maybe you have something in your dies that would make a little circle, and you can put that on there. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to put that right here. All right. So there we go. So that is really cool, isn't it? All right, but we're not done. So I have got the gingham ribbon. I love this ribbon. I hope it carries over. I'm just going to cut this little piece off. This is going to be our stem. Okay, so it's going to come right like so, just like that. That's how we're going to do it. All right, and we are going to take our stem to the bottom here. So I'm just going to cut it right about there. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so we are, hey, Dad, I'm live. Okay, so we are going to glue this down using glue dots. Okay, we are going to use glue dots. You can use tear and tape too, and that's faster than glue dots. But I'm just going to use glue dots for right now. Okay, so we're going to take this right about here. We're going to go right up, just like that. That's going to be our stem. Then we're going to pop this up. We're using dimensionals. So I think one will work right in the middle. And then it's going to go just like that. So how super cute is that? Now we're still not done. So now you can use your stamps and stamp flower leaves, any leaves that you want to stamp. You can, if you have dies or punches that cuts them out, you can use those, or you can fussy cut. I thought that maybe what I would use is some soft sea foam, just to kind of stay in my color group here. There's two different things that I could use, that I could use. I could bring in the ladybug and punch out 2 leaves from that, or I also have the tulip builder, and I can punch out 2 leaves using the tulip builder punch, just like that. So I have 2 different leaves that I can use. So I'm going to play with them and see which ones I like. Maybe you guys might have a preference too. So we'll see here. And I'm going to curve this around just a teeny bit here so that it's not so squared off. And it's going to go right here or up here a little more, just like that. And then we have this one that can go just like that. And we're going to put it up a little higher. So we have those 2 that we could use, or we have these. And if you don't like soft sea foam, if you want your leaves to be stand out more, by all means, you can use whatever color you want to use. So I think I really like the tulip leaves, and we're going to use that, just like that. I could stamp so that they would have a little bit of design to them, which would make them look a little fancier, I think, in my opinion, right here. So we could right here you could just stamp that right on there. So just like so. And then you would have the lines. But I'm not going to do that today. So we are going to just go ahead. I'm going to use glue dots again and put a glue dot right in the center of the sleeve, like so. And right here, like so. Tuck this right under here where I want it to go. Tuck this one right here where I, did it on the wrong side. No worries. We can just rub that right off of there. And is that right? How come it's not working right this time for me? What did I do? I had it right. Okay, so we'll get another glue dot on there and we'll stick that one right there. Now all we need is a sentiment and maybe some rhinestones or some other type of embellishment. Let's see. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are liking this. All right, so see how we're still in the same idea of the sketch, but it's just a way to get your creative bugs going, getting them moving. All right, so let's see. We have to, the sentiment, we need a sentiment. So I'm just going to use a piece of basic white, and I am going to use probably one of the sentiments that is on here. Love is what makes us family. Heartfelt, wildly grateful. You're my person just because. Trust me, you're lovely. How about I'm going to do miles apart and still in my heart. I love that sentiment. And we are going to block that up just like so. And then I think what I'm going to use is some black. So do I have my, yes, I do. Yay. All right. Yay me. All right. We're going to ink that up in some Minto Tuxedo black ink. And I think this is going to be wide enough. We'll find out. It could be a little wider, but what do you guys think? Let's do a little wider. All right. So ink this up. And we will stamp this right here. There we go. All right, and then we're just going to trim this. I'm not going to do anything really fancy. We'll just trim this. Oh, you know what we could do, though? Let's do it. We've got a conch that coordinates with, it used to come in a bundle, but I don't think it does anymore. I know it doesn't. Okay, I don't think. I'm getting my catalogs confused, you guys, of what's what. I am going to cut this down, though, too. Let's see here, maybe a half an inch. Nope, that's too much. 2 3/8 of an inch, is that right? 1 2 3 3/8. Gotta fold that down. Hopefully we did that right. That's a little close, but it will work for me. All right, so we can just bring that on there. Piece of fuzz. We can just take that right about here. You could even put a skinnier one. You could even stamp a little tiny sentiment there. I mean, it is open fields to what you want to do and how to do it. There's, like I said, there's no rules. That's what I wanted to do. Almost forgot. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this right about here. I'm going to bring this little builder. Forget what this is called, you guys. Please forgive me. Carol, you might know what this is. I can't remember. Or maybe you have a catalog on hand too. Oh, it just slid on me, so it's not exactly straight. We're just going to take this, give it a fancy edge, just like so. Okay, and then that can just go right down here, just like so. So I think I like that. So we're going to pop this up too, I think, or I am. But you can play around with your sentiments and see what you like best. And you know, a sentiment that you really want to use, all that kind of good stuff. And then we're just going to put this right here, just like so. That's straight. It's straight enough for me. And we are almost done. Okay, we are, I know that's going over the edge, but I am okay with that. Remember in your envelopes too, you do have some extra room where you can go over just a teeny tiny bit, but it's actually not going over the card. So I am good with that. All right. Embellishment time. This is where we put our bling bling. Okay. And so let me see what I have got that we can use because things are running low. We've got our in colors, but I'm not sure I want to use those. We have got, I don't know where, oh, these beautiful, 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 forgot the name of those too, you guys. And you guys know I know the name of those because I say it all the time. We do have the brushed metallics. We could use those. We got a couple, but what I have left of those aren't going to really coordinate very well. The holiday rhinestones. Let's see. Well, okay, so let's see here. We could get away with the soft succulent. That would be very pretty in the in color one. I don't think I want to use the brushed jewels. I don't really like those. We could use the what are these called? My mind just went completely blank on them. Lovely labels, pick a pick punch. Yes, thank you, Carol. That's what this is. Iridescent gems. These are our iridescent. I knew I would think of it. Okay, so we could use those. I really want to put something big in the center, so I think I'm going to go ahead and use these. So we'll just use that. That will go right in the center, just like so. Can you guys see? I love these gems because they take on the color, whatever is behind them or around them. I think they're beautiful. So we could use that, and then we could mix. Let's see, because like I said, there is no, let's put, you know what? Wow, this is so pretty. I love these. I think I'm going to put one right here. And then I think I'm going to put one here. And maybe, where do you guys think I should put it? You had to look the punch up. Yeah. Me too, because I forget the names. We have so much product, and I really do forget the names a lot. So now we have 4 gems on there. I think we need to make it in an odd number. So let's put maybe one right here. Let me see. This is where I struggle, you guys. I do struggle with where to put my gems. I think I'm good with that. Okay, so there we go. So now we've done 2 cards using the same card sketch, and each one looks a little different. So let's see, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is, right here. So we have this one that we did, and then we have that one. All right, so you guys tell me in the comments which ones are your favorite. If you're watching the recorded, still go ahead and comment. I'll probably do a drawing for that as well. And the winner for today will get to choose which card they want. Okay, so let me get the wheel of names going. And I probably should, wheel of names. This is where I need a narrator, not a narrator, but someone that can do this stuff for me so that when we're here, let's see, who all is on, oops, not where I want to be. Who all shared and commented? Let's see. Carol and Chris. Okay, so let's do Carol and Chris. So I'm going to take these names off because they're not on here today. Okay, there we go. We are going to spin this. So I wish you guys could see it. Oh. And it is Chris. Yay! So Chris, choose which one you want, and that is the card that I will be sending you. And then when we do, for those that are watching the replay, either on Facebook or on YouTube, I'll do a drawing for whoever comments, and then you will get the other card. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Let me see if I can get us back up where we need to be. Right here, I think. Yay! All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this. This is something a little different. And I think I'm going to start doing more of these too, because they're a lot of fun, and it really helps you to see, it gets your creative juices going, your bug, like I like to say, your creative bug. So, and it just gives you ideas. And once you start getting these down, then you can start really being creative. So I may even start doing them as challenges as well over on Paper Crafting Together, which is my group page. It is a private group. And but like I said before, I am going to be using that more and more because I can put PDF files in there that you guys can open up and print if you want to. So I will put this card sketch in the PDF file over on Paper Crafting Together. And that way, if you want to keep a binder or a folder or something of the different card sketches that we do, and you can just take a screenshot or something of the cards so that you can have an idea, so that kind of helps you be creative. All right. So again, thank you guys very much for taking time out on your lunch break to spend with me. And you guys have a fantastic regular week. A fantastic rest of your week. I will see you next Wednesday, noon Eastern Standard Time. Toodly-doo. Again, remember, this takes a second.